Hello and welcome to Naval Action. This is VMAQ2DeadX. It is Tuesday, February 24th. It's about 1300 Eastern Standard Time US. There are 243 online and 39 battles. There was a patch today. Let's cover that real quick. NPC distribution fix and basic links QOL quality of life improvements. Fixed issues with NPC distribution on the open world near shallow water ports. Interesting. Basic links hold capacity increased from 7 to 10 slots. Nice. The 12-pounder carronades can now be fitted on the basic links. Outstanding. Main batch of new player experience improvements will be deployed with the forthcoming patch. So I imagine they're going to improve the cargoes. Who knows? I'm interested to see what the NPC distribution fixes are. I have noticed that I've, been working on boxing the Surprise and the Belle-Poule, and going to cut away to a couple clips, and then we'll come back and cover how I'm doing right now with that. So, one moment. Okay, here we are back in Pittstown. I finished unboxing the Surprise. It only took a couple of fights. I fought 2 Surprises, got me all the points I needed. And the second Surprise gave me a book. Treatise on Momentum. Treatise on Momentum focuses on acceleration and maintaining speed under various sail configuration. Bonuses, acceleration plus 13%. So I'm not going to use it right this second because I want to check and see if it has any kind of use in recipes, the crafting books. I'm using about half my ammo each time I fight a same ship rank. So let's go to crafting. It's workshop. It's not in this one. It's not in that one. It's definitely not in this one. And there was one other book, and it's not this one. So we can learn it. And you learn it by right-clicking and use. And then it goes into the, I guess, the library. And then when you have an open slot, you can click on that, and it adds to the I don't know if it shows the bonuses right away. Nope. Maybe it's only in battle. But it's nice to get a book. Now that I've got this unboxed, I'm not going to sell it right away. I'm going to do one more thing with it. And then if I survive it, then I'll sell it. But been a good day. Got some shopping done, got the Surprise unboxed, and I got a book. So no complaints today. Oh, and one other thing, I completed a rank 5 mission. Let's see what we get in one of those boxes. Wrong thing. Here we go. Should be in this one. We'll send to warehouse. And then we'll open it. Should show up right here in these 3 spots. It's a captain chest. So I got a blue Navy cutlasses and a master square sails refit. I guess that's okay. How come I'm not getting any reload mods? Anyway, that's what comes in a chest. Okay, so here we are in Pittstown, and got the Santa Cecilia here. Blueprint. Finally got enough teak. Had to buy the last few logs to get up to the amount that I needed to craft it. So let's go ahead and craft us a Santa Cecilia. Gives us 191 XP, which I think we're going to be short of the next level. Confirm. Strong rig blue. Only 2 upgrades. Still getting hosed on that deal. But look at this. Substantial hit point buffs and the standard thickness buffs from the teak. So another ship crafted. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This ship was introduced into the game as a reward ship. Now we can't see it in the dark, so I'm going to put the paint screen on here. Oh yeah, there you go. Grade A rack on that one. Pretty nice looking ship. So it carries 12 pounder and 9-pound guns. Well, that's a disappointment. This thing is a battle rating of 72 with only 12-pound guns. I don't know. We'll see what happens during the review. Okay, here we are back in port, and you can see that the surprise was not a lot of effort to unbox the surprise. You know, all I did was look for surprises to fight, and you know, I did a couple of Belle-Poules and frigates against it, and it ranked up rather quickly. And I still have it, still here in the fleet. I have not done that one thing that I plan to do. Maybe in the next day or two I'll get to that. I immediately was back to the regular pattern of LGV refit trader hunting to fill my stocks, and I've built more ships, as you've seen in the video clips, and I've been trying to unbox the Belle-Poule. Now I've been taking the Belle-Poule out, and it seems like every time I take this ship out, there's nothing showing up in my range. You know, yeah, there's Ingermanlands, and there's what's the other one? Endymions, and ships like that. But not a lot of surprises, not a lot of Belle-Poules, and not a lot of frigates. And so this progress is going a little slower than I'd like. I've unboxed this one, but I have not yet unboxed this one or made any, you know, I still got a ways to go. Hopefully I'll get that done in the next day or two. But like I said, I've got the Pirate frigate review to do, the Essex frigate review to do, the Santa Cecilia review to do. So numerous reviews on deck. And I've also ranked up. I got promoted to Chef D Division. My max crew is 620, and that opens up a number of ships in the tech tree to sail. I can crew a Trincomalee now, so there's quite a few ships. And the good thing about the Trincomalee is it's a redeemable ship. So let's go ahead and redeem one and see what we get. We'll gamble, random, random. Okay, see what we got. We got a very agile blue white oak teak. Oh man, my normal build. Uh, it's got buffs to the hit points and thickness, just like a normal white oak build. So, and a better turn rate. Impressive. This has a crew of 389, so I was probably able to crew it at my lower rank that I was just promoted from. But I honestly think that the Trincomalee is one of the better ships. Can't see it here. This is one of the better DLCs. If you're going to have a DLC at this range and rank, this is the one. And this is also a good one for when you get the higher rank because this is a good ganker ship. It's a good anti-ganker ship. Uh, the Trincomalee is one of the better choices in the DLC category that I would recommend. They're generally pretty fast. A lot of people like to put together wolf packs of them and go around and make life hard on people. And then back in the old USA days when the pirates had us on lockdown, this was one of the main ships that I would use to do like anti-gank patrols and chase down the gankers with. You know, there'd be a group of us, and we would try to hunt them down after they popped one of our trade ships. You know, can't say we were very successful all the time, but when they made this a DLC, I didn't complain. The great thing about this being a DLC is you get one every 24 hours. So it's not a huge material cost for the ship. All you got to worry about is the cannons. And what kind of cannons does this thing carry? 18 pounders on the lower deck, 9 pounders on the upper deck. If you go carronades, it's 32 and 32. And that was one of the things that I used this ship for, was for rank grinding back in the days when you could do missions where you would have kill missions and they would spawn just off the coast and you'd sail out and do them. And one of the main ones was sinking third rate with it. And with the 32 pounders, you could do a third rate down pretty fairly quick with 32 pounders. So Trincomalee, excellent DLC ship. We'll do a review on this also here in the near future. So and that's where I'm at kind of right now. Is like I said, I'm going to finish first the Belle-Poule, then I'll get the Essex review done and up, and then we'll work on. Well, no, actually, no, not the Essex. We're going to do the Pirate frigate first. This is the next one up the chain at 67. The Essex is at 71. And at that point, we can also do the Hermione, because the Hermione is at 72. I crafted another one of those yesterday. And it came out teak, Bermuda cedar, very fast, blue. So, and it has 3 upgrades. So, I kind of like this one a little bit better. I don't know how well the Bermuda cedar is going to hold up in battle. This one here was a fur Malabar teak. I mean, the hit points are equal between the two. The only difference is the thickness. This has a low bonus on thickness, and this one has a better bonus on thickness and the very fast speed buff. So waffling, can't decide which one of those I want to keep and use for the review. If you have an opinion on which, leave a note in the comments. So like I said, working the Belle-Poule, I also am going to do a shopping run in the LGV refit sometime today during the play session, just because I've burned away all of my teak and I've got very little white oak left. Maybe this NPC update improvement will give us more traders to kill. I would like that, as well as ships in the 60 and 70 battle range. Would be nice to see more of those sailing around. You know, when they get at 80s and the hundreds, not ready for that yet. I need 60s and 70s. That's what I need sailing around to target and kill. So, what am I going to do? We're going to do this first. And take the Belle-Poule out. We're going to locate us to fight. Maybe two. Try to get some more knowledge slots unlocked. If anything interesting happens, I'll be sure to check back in. Okay, here we are back in port. I finished, it's about a couple hours later than the last bit you just saw. And I took the Belle-Poule out, fought two frigates, a surprise, and to top it off as far as the XP for knowledge slots, I took down a Renommee, and then on the way, net finished all the knowledge slots. And then on the way back to port, I caught a trader's brig and captured that. So the trader's brig is up for auction. The Belle-Poule is now up for auction now that it's unboxed. Oh, you can't see the details of it when it's on sale. Sorry. So both of these, you know, this one I capped and then this one is unboxed. So I stripped it and put it up for sale. So the next thing is actually time to do the pirate frigate review, I think. And so I'll start working on that tomorrow. I might finish out my play session today by taking the LGV refit out for a quick hunt. I do think the devs were honest in that update when they said that they made more targets. There's been a lot more targets for me to choose from than normal. The last couple of days has been dry around Pittstown. Quite a few nice targets today. So I'm very happy with that. And what's this here? Put my ship on sale. That's okay. And I'm going to cover this while I'm here. You received 25,000 reals from selling Trader Snow, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Spox. You received 9,000 reals from selling Pirate Frigate, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to, that was 90,000 reals, not 9,000. 90,000 reals from selling Pirates Frigate, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Tiger Dude. Thank you for your purchase. You received 14,000 reals from selling Trader's Brig, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to IDA Pro Fan. So, Spox, Tiger Dude, and IDA Pro Fan, thank you for your purchases. So now I can remove these. And time to take out the LGV refit. See if I can't fill its hold. Gonna need to hire some crew. And that'll finish out my play session. Go out, hunt some traders, bring that stock back, and kind of take stock of what I got in my warehouse. I got a lot of more upgrades that I need to do something with. My materials are looking pretty good. I need to figure out where these ignits can sell too. So some more stuff to do to wrap up the day, but I think for the video, this is pretty much it. I gotta say, in conclusion, the Surprise, great ship. Love it. Even though I feel it's a bit underarmed. La Belle-Poule is definitely underarmed. That should be carrying 18 pounders in my view, because most of what you're going to fight is 18-pound and above. Although this is kind of weird at this level because the 12-pound frigates are kind of mixed in with the 18-pound. I'm not sure how they set the order of things. I'm not sure how the devs decided to do that. Because the Santa Cecilia, on the earlier clip, we saw that it only had 12 pounders. I'm like, what? And then the Essex, what does it carry? 18 pounders or 32 pounders. Pirate frigate. This one seems overarmed. It has 18 and 12 pounders. So that's going to be fun to sail. Hermione, underarmed for where it's at, 72 with 12 pounders. I don't think so. So the ships are kind of jumbled at this level. And what's the Trincomalee got? 18 pounders and then 9 pounders. That should probably be 12 pounders on the upper deck. But a lot of jumping around as gun levels go as you get into these middle 50s, 60s, 70s ranks. It'll probably smooth out again when we get to the 80s and 90s as far as battle rankings. But yeah, La Belle-Poule, gotta say, it's an okay ship for where it's at. Like I said, I feel that it's undergunned. Surprise, great ship. Hercules, great ship. Pandora, if it ever comes up for sale, don't buy it. It's not worth it unless they upgun it. Um, Frigate, love it. Feel that it's properly armed for where it's at. And we'll see directly here what the pirate frigate is like. So that review will be coming soon. So I'm going to go ahead and call this an end. I'm going to go out and see what I can get as far as some traders, loot some traders. And that'll be the end of my gameplay today. So thanks for watching.